But yeah, that's not too bad. Well, so we got a new doggy here at the Jones household. This is Pete, Pistol Pete. What's up, buddy? Yep, he's a Plot Hound mix, sort of like Cammy here. So you can see they've got that brindle fur pattern going. Rescue from the pound and a rescue from my old job. So, yep. Welcome to the family there, Pistol Pete. What's going on, everybody? Nice morning here in North Florida. It's not scorching yet. In about an hour it'll be so hot it'll be unbearable. But I think for today's video we're just going to do a bait blog. A good old-fashioned, just take you along. We're always doing a lot of things out here, you know, experimenting, practicing, doing swim baits for people, you know, always trying to refine our craft, right? And, you know, recently we've done a ton of new mold releases, new mold products, dead on red label plastics. You know, we've been doing a lot of focused videos, but today I just want to kind of take you guys along. You know, we've got a long weekend this weekend, and we're doing a ton of stuff out here. And yeah, I definitely think it's time for a bait blog as it were. And I'll take you in right now and show you what we've been up to. So every single cavity here is all Delta Smelt. It's all the same thing. So we've gotten out like 3 samples here. So check this out. Oh, whoops. I kind of tipped. But yeah, look at this. So we have the G4 in Delta Smelt. We have the original AI 5-incher in Delta Smelt. And then we have the G5 in Delta Smelt. And really interesting stuff here. Let's see, where are these going? I forget where these are going, but those are going international. And then these right here are going down to Puerto Rico for a guy that likes to target snook. And so because he's fishing saltwater, I actually poured these out of craw tube blend. It's just going to be a firmer bait. It's going to have more durability. But because of the thin tail and the style of tail on this bait, the G4 still swims really well, even in craw tube blend. Now, normally I would go with swim bait blend. But however, you know, this was sort of a special request to make these a little bit firmer and tougher, since he's throwing them on the, you know, flats of Puerto Rico, I guess you could call it. So yeah, we have been busy on the Delta Smelt. So here we have a big stack of tracer shads, and these are going to Canada. So that is blue highlight powder, some black flake, and then some siren scale from 8-bit, just to give it some flash. It's sort of like a razzle padazzle monkey milk, but I like to make my monkey milk more see-through and not opaque it with white. So there's a lot of different ways to do that. But yeah, you know, essentially we just need to pull these off the runners and start to sort of you know, process these, get them laid out. Yeah. And then I have to make the second half of this order, because the 4-inch tracer shad literally needs to mail out next week, because somebody won it in the 100,000 sub giveaway video. So yeah, I can't really hold on to these any longer. And I think the person already emailed me. So I just need to get back with them and get an address and all that. So, yep. We basically have to run the second half of this order, which are tracer shads and green pumpkin. So we'll probably do that in today's video and just get that over and done with. This is 4 measuring cups of plastic worth of tracer shads. So it's sort of a mix between the 4-inch and the 3-inch. So this is sort of the behind the scenes part of being a bait maker, is doing all this kind of stuff and packaging baits and putting them in, you know, mailers and all that. But yeah, really, really nice natural color. He's been smashing walleye on these. Yeah, there it is. Mega box of tracer shads. Yep. There we go. Time to take swim baits out. So always clean up the flashing there on the hook slot if there is any. Just run my thumb along the bottom there. As you can see, it just kind of peels it up. Yep. Looks like we're good on that side. And there it is. One bait down. Oop. Yep. Set that aside. Next. Gonna be doing this for a while. Definitely gonna be doing this for a while. You can kind of see what I'm doing there. If you're not getting any flashing in the hook slots, you're not pouring hot enough. Those molds need to be full temp to get good flow of your layers, good thermal bonding, everything, blending, you name it. The mold is too cold if you're not getting a little tag of flash down there. Just my personal opinion. After years and years of research. Yeah. And there it is. That was the demolding process for one set of 12 G5s. And we still have 16 G4s and 14 of the 5-inchers to do just in smelt. So we're going to get all of these out of the molds, lay them out, and then kind of show you my whole finishing process. And then we'll move on to something else. Okay, and here we are. Look at all these. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. So there it is. We've gotten them all out of the molds. And what I like to do is one final little touch up to clean up those hook slot edges. I'll give them a quick blast with the heat gun. So I'll just kind of give it a quick little, right? Just one and done. And that'll just kind of singe off any little leftover flash. Just like that. And this is just sort of that last little effort that you can go to just make any edges as smooth and cleaned up as possible. You know, we don't want to leave you know, any little fringe pieces on there or anything like that. So what you're left with are really, really smooth edges there. So up to this point, just on these 3 sets of smelt, between mixing plastic, preheating molds, doing the pour, and then coming back, spending all this time demolding, and we still have to do eyeballs, I'll probably have over 5 hours of labor just in these 3 sets of baits. And you know, hey, that's just what it takes, I think, to pour the best bait possible that I can get out of my molds and materials without cutting any corners. You cannot go fast. So in the words of Paul Revere, the smelt are coming. Look at that. There it is, guys. Big pile of smelt. Alright, I'm sure y'all are tired of seeing smelt, so we are going to move on. Oh yeah, there's the good sauce. Let's get her fired up today. Yeah. You know what's great is you can stir your plastic in the morning or whenever you start, and you don't have to stir it again for the rest of the day. You know, I'll come out here like on a weekend. I'll stir the plastic really good, you know, early morning or mid-morning, and then even if I pour a set of baits at 6, 7 o'clock p.m., my plastic's still good. I don't notice any change in the durometer. You know, it takes it a while for it to separate. So one good stirring, and see, it keeps going out of focus. One good stirring and you're set for the rest of the day. All right, so now we're making some swim baits using ZGN Hypershift, and wait till you see this stuff when you use it, I think, to its best ability. Okay, so what I mean by that is we want to be generous with it. That's a lot of Hypershift, okay? But then we absolutely have to add black to bring it out to its potential. So there's 6 drops of black to start. Ugh, hate it when that happens. This is why all my clothes are stained, because I get all this crap on my fingers, and then it winds up on my shirt and pants and Lord knows what else. All right. So we got to do a lot of stirring here, but when you add black base to a Hypershift, and we are stirring a ton of bubbles in, it's like the plastic was bubbleless till I started stirring. This to me gives you the best effect. Yeah, just look at this color. Holy cow, that is incredible. All right, so we have a full plate of the AI 4-inch molds, and we're just going to show you one cavity. So here we go. And please mind the laundry noise. It wouldn't be world's worst fishing without it. Yeah, there it is. One more. I'm sort of resting the cup on the molds. Helps me keep it steady. I find that a little easier than doing it completely freehand. You know, because after a while the cup gets heavy and you start shaking. Yeah, there it is. Got them all topped out. You can even see the color shift all the way back from here. Hoping to get the new girl in the water tomorrow. Cannot wait to get on the boat again. Alright, well, we actually were able to get out on the lake. So we are still technically in the break-in period on the new Z17 here. So we've just kind of been putting some engine hours on this morning. Did a little bit of fishing, had a couple of fish really follow the bait but never bit. And then now we're actually trying to learn the new Garmin's. These are the EchoMap UHDs. And I'm definitely thinking that side scan is not configured right, or there's something going on with some transducer distortion. You can see it really only populates the image on the right hand side of the screen. The left hand side, that's not normal, because what we're looking at are underwater, that's a lot of coontail moss. So as you can see, the lake is full of lily pads. Everywhere you look there's lily pads. And out from those lily pads is submerged grass lines. So as we can see here, the grass is ending. As we're coming out a little bit deeper, you know, we get a better signature on the bottom. You know, whoops, we paused it. So, you know, you can see the bottom's a little harder now, which corresponds with the grass ending. So that all looks fine. But if we look here, it's really only letting me see the right side. The left side, it's like too narrow, I guess. I don't know. Some of you sonar guys who really know advanced graphs can maybe leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. But yeah, nonetheless, we are definitely out here enjoying ourselves. And another thing is they're not networking. So these are networking units. And so if I go over here and I pause and I want to mark that right there, you know, I can mark a waypoint, and it does not populate up on the maps on the front unit, but it will here. So if I go here and I go to charts, right, you can see that waypoint just populated 16. But you go up there on the charts, there's no waypoint. So still a couple things to figure out there, but we're having a good time. All right, so sort of picking back up where we left off, here's a bunch of, well, those are the smelt from earlier, but you can see we have several trays of swim baits lined out here. And here is what we just poured, those 4-inchers in the ZGN. There it is right there. And that's what all of those are, by the way. So those are these. Pretty cool. So that's the set of those that we just did, and yeah, now it's order packing times. Okay, here comes a bunch of tracer shads. So we're gonna do some drops here of green pumpkin. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. Okay, that should be about 45 drops of green pumpkin. And that is 2 measuring cups of plastic. I have to make 4 cups worth. So basically I'm going to do this cup twice, essentially. And we're using both the 3 and 4-inch tracers. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. I used to do 40 drops per 1 cup. Talk about oversaturation nation. Now I like to do things much more see-through. Okay, big scoop of medium-sized black flake. That's the ½ teaspoon side right there. Yeah, and we should be about there. That's the great thing about green pumpkin, is it's easy peasy, but it's beautiful. This is I would say this, along with black and blue, are still the #1 largemouth bass fishing colors on the planet. Ask any pro what's in his tackle box. No matter what level he's at, he's going to have a white pearl, he's going to have a green pumpkin, he's going to have a black and blue, and pick your poison for the 4th one, but green pumpkin is always in the mix. Alright, time to glove up and do some tracers. Here we go. Okay, you can actually kind of tell here I've got the molds spaced apart and sitting on other molds here, and that is because I have to do so many rounds, right? You know, I'm not just doing 1 or 2 or 3 you know, shots here on this green pumpkin. I'm probably doing upwards of 20 to 25 by the time I cycle through 4 cups of plastic. And the more you inject a mold, the hotter the molds get. And so what this does is it actually pulls heat from the blocks of the mold down into this, I guess, base plate mold. And so without having a pneumatic vise set up with, you know, chiller plates that run cold water in between your molds, this is sort of like a poor man's way to keep your molds cool. All right, let's check these out. Quick drum roll, please. Nice double stroke rolls here. We'll speed them up. Speed up the tempo. Okay. Let's see what we have. Hey, what do you know? Tracer shads. Alright, there's the 4s. And there are the 3s. Okay. Awesome stuff here. Yeah. Nice green pumpkin. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It's so simple and it's so beautiful. Yeah, there they are. And they are together. Yep. And there we go. Green pumpkin tracers. So those, along with the flashy tracers from earlier, are all going to the same customer. So yeah, he's going to be tracered out, no doubt. Hey, that rhymed. I'm a dork. So I'm going to take a quick mental break from orders and swim baits, and we're going to run some triple injection ecto crawls. Triple injector, here we come. Okay, let's give it a whirl. Cold molds, triple injector, you never know. Okay, so the first round was so bad I almost didn't even want to show you guys, right? That looks awful. But off camera we changed the order, okay? So now the blue went to the middle and the orange went on the bottom, and look at how many more different colors we got just by switching up the order of operations. Isn't that much nicer? Just look at that. And 2 years ago, sorry for all the laundry noise, 2 years ago when I first got the triple injector, I made a color almost exactly like this. And yeah, so we're sort of trying to recreate some of that, but I'm doing it a little bit different today. So I think we still could play with our saturations a little bit, but yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, there they are. So I like the ones I did before better. So years ago, instead of the orange, it was a lighter, almost mustard yellow, which to me just did a little bit better. These have too much Florida Gators going on for me, but not a bad little experiment here. A nice little break from all the swim baits, you know, just to kind of challenge myself to do something I don't do every day. And what we did off camera was we took the leftovers from these cups and did a little hand-poured version here in the coffin craw from Swims Baits. And you can see we kind of capsuled in the green pumpkin, poured some orange under it, poured some blue under that. You know, got several colors in the tail there. Played with the claws a little bit, placing color, trying to place color very precisely. We've kind of established a theme, you know, sort of blue, pumpkin, and orange. And this is like the injection equivalent of something like that, you know, as to where that was 5 minutes of pouring for one cavity. So yeah, sort of two very different things there playing off of the same color. So to me it's always fun and rewarding to take the same pucks of plastic and do two very different things with them. Right? Same exact colors, minutes apart, two very different ideas. So as promised from earlier in the video, I was going to show y'all some special swim baits, and here they are. All hand-poured juvenile rainbow trout in the G6. And what makes these particularly special is that they are the juvenile rainbow trout pattern, and so I have to kind of layer in these sort of dark purple splotches. You know, it's a more orderly pattern than I guess a normal rainbow, and this was really fun. So what you're looking at here is a clear layer of plastic as a capsule with all of the flakes. Okay, so you can see these flakes here to get the, you know, rainbow trout dots, right? You know, they always have all those black dots all over them. Well, instead of trying to pour those or splotch dotting paint, you can achieve that really well and authentically with just flake. Same flakes that are in the tails there. And everything behind that is layered in plastic, you know. So I basically took black grape and black and created these dark purple splotches. And you can see they're just kind of here, there, and everywhere, but there's a unique and orderly pattern to them. But they're somewhat random, you know, no two are exactly alike. And then I always like the trout that have a brighter shade of red in the head than the shade of pink along their lateral line. And so we have Dead on Plastic's red rum color here, and then like a neo magenta or any hot pink that you want to use for the lines. I think looks really, really great. And then you can see we took some of that dark purple and shaded it up in the heads, you know, and that's all layering plastic into the molds. There's nothing that is hand inlaid or painted or stenciled or anything else. There's no mica powders being brushed. That's all true hand pouring. And what a fun challenge these are. These came out perfect. I don't always get lucky. Usually if I pour a set of 5, one of them is going to have a problem somewhere, but these came out really nice. Well, okay, everybody, we are exhausted. Oh, would you look at that? We're exhausted, so we're going to go inside and rest for a few hours, and then probably pick back up with the orders and the normal schedule of things out here later this afternoon. So yeah, a little bit of a here, there, and everywhere video, but you know, I didn't have a whole lot of direction this week, but I was like, well, I have so many things going on, I'll just do a bait blog. You know, next week we'll probably do something more structured. I do have the Mondo dual injector that I need to show you guys, and there's always new molds coming down the pipe. You know, maybe I'll get some new flakes, some new colors, just, you know, something that we can do for the first time. There's not a whole lot of territory that we haven't covered, but there's always different ways and applications to use things. So yeah, we'll be back at it again. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Again, everyone, you know, last month we hit 100,000 subs. Thank you so much for the support. And always, please feel free to leave me comments down below with video suggestions or something that you would like to see on the channel. And we will do the best that we can. So we'll see you guys next time. And hey, thanks for watching.